A warm greeting from Poda International School, Latur. We Evolve team from Latur, Prashant Joshi here, and Namita Birajdar and Ashwani Onrao. We three of us have surveyed the entire school, and the topic here is disadvantages of e-learning. We'll present you ahead. Yes, online learning or e-learning. What we get is it is exactly the non-existence of physical classroom, where the schedule is flexible and there is a very less interaction. Okay, it's a kind of a distance education. The study habit here is like extremely poor. The learners have a very low motivation and they have a very bad study habit which will easily fall behind. They do not have a proper routine structure, and the students also feel isolated from the classroom as well as with the instructor. Like stated earlier, there is a lack of personal community, a connection between the learner and the tutor. There is also no monitorization where the tutor won't be able to know exactly what the student is doing, how much focus attentions are there, and there is a very less connections. Now the connection can be only built when there is a less number of students. However, there might be few students who are really good, but they are always unnoticed, especially to the inward type of students herein. Again, the e-learning practices becomes really fruitful if you have a good system. Now if the system is a very old version of it, and the system might take a very longer time of buffering and the downtime system, which will again lack the interest in the subject. Now, e-learning practices can be only fruitful only both the tutor and the learner are techno savvy. They are always upgraded with the new technology. And here we have found a lot of instructor who are not acquainted with the online learning process. So for the beginning of few weeks, there were a lot of learning process ongoing. Then the tutor learned new things and the student acquainted with it. As a science teacher, teaching without a lab, it is like incomplete. So science usually you need to have a hands on the learning, and without a lab activity the learning in science was incomplete. So with this online learning, though we tried many O labs and Amruta labs and whatever we have access, but through animations and through virtually students they learned, but it was not that interactive. However, learning with the things and hands on it is a different experience apart from the virtual learning. Talking about online assessment, I believe online quality assessment was not there. A lot of malpractices were there. Students were not able to answer the skill-based question because those answers were not available in the Brainly or the Google. Um, Again, when we tried for this online examination through between us, at one time the entire system got crashed also. So in those scenario, the questions was given to the student, and the student had to uh, update in the PDF form, and it was sent it to us. So entire process of online was very tedious and a lot of malpractices, and we could hardly rely on it. Yeah, this is the graphical representation of 10 standard students. We have taken 4 students marks here in the science. When you see this bar, the yellow bar, that will show the online examination, the student have really scored well, which is above 70%, whereas in the physical examination that was offline, the score was really below 20 to 25. So here we can find out how the student have scored, the reason why they have scored higher in the online examination. The student have also lost the practice of writing. The writing skills have been really gone down, and these days we are making students to write more and more so that they can do well in the examination, because the examination is mostly concerned with the writing practices. That's all from my end. Now my colleague will be explaining the other part of the middle school. Thank you.
Advantages of technology in education. No amount of technology in the classroom can replace talented and inspired teachers. Technology is not the solution to ensuring a healthy learning culture. It is simply a pedagogical tool that is only as valuable as the instructor who wields it. The different disadvantages of technology are as follows. It lacks social interaction. E-learning is one of the cause of social isolation because we can't see our teachers, classmates, our friends, our relatives face to face anymore. Interaction is very limited to everyone because of technology, inaccessible to others. We consider ourselves very lucky because we are located in an area where the internet connection is fast and stable. But unfortunately, some have very limited access to the internet. They have to go to the internet cafes or use public Wi-Fi's, which is very inconvenient for them. The picture explains everything, past and present. If we think about the past, students were engaged in the physical activities which helped them to keep themselves healthy and fit. But if we think about the present, students are completely engaged in the different devices. They are playing these type of games on mobiles, computers, laptops, which is hampering their life. It is not good for their health, even for their eyes. Security is one of the most important part. It is the disadvantages of this technology because most of the information on the internet is not secure for the students, and sometimes our private or important information can be hacked by anyone. According to me, I feel that emotional bonding is also one of the disadvantages of technology because of this online education and technology, we are missing this bonding between the teachers and students. Face to face interaction between teachers and students is missing. Face to face interaction between teachers and students can help students build self esteem and confidence and emotional bonding also. So we are missing all those things because of this technology. Thank you.